living from identified consciousness. Can you say praise God? Let me go on to it. Now, what identified consciousness means is two things. Everybody on earth fellowships with an inward spirit. Let me say again. I say every person on earth fellowships with an inward spirit. Now, that inward spirit, I call it a consciousness. Yes, I call it a consciousness, an identified consciousness. Now, some people don't want to identify their consciousness. I am going to go on to something I've already announced in that course. When those spirits, when those two spirits were coming to me in the morning, the spirit I talk about as I gave testimony, when they were coming near me and I couldn't identify them, I started looking for myself, for my consciousness. I started looking for my consciousness. I started identifying my consciousness. Let me say it this way. I started identifying my dominant thought. One of the ways to know yourself is through your dominant thought. You don't joke with a man. You know his dominant thought. If you know your dominant thought, then you are blessed. Your dominant thought is a pointer to your destiny. Let me say again. I say your dominant thought is a pointer to your destiny. I call it a consciousness. Now, some people are very rich in value because of they identify with certain consciousness. Please hear me. There are people that are very conscious of knowledge. So when they are speaking, they care so much about use of word. There are people that are very conscious of their appearances. That means they don't want to come out carelessly. Some are not. Some are casual about coming out. Some people are very conscious. Now, this is my gift to you. Why I'm preaching, identify your dominant consciousness. Because that is what you live from. That is your value. If you're a young man and you want to get married, don't forget that you marry a woman of your consciousness. That means when we see your wife, we will know what is important to you. When we see your husband, we will know your fellowship. You see, because you make choice from yourself, from identified consciousness. When those spirits came to me the second time, I discovered that we are always together. Except when I walk faster, I have to sit down for them to come. But we are together. So when I saw them, I know my consciousness. I say I know my consciousness. There is something I want to tell you, something else I want to tell you, and you will like it. It's a very beautiful sharing on the spirits we keep company with. Spirits we keep company with. Now, please hear me. Hear me. Somebody say, praise God, let me give a gift. Can somebody give me a seed of? Two people give me a seed. Just put a seed at the altar. Let me help you with something. Now hear this. There are people, it is painful that some people, they only know the guardian angel of their life when they are about to die. Because anybody who died on earth was escorted out of the earth into where he belongs. Let me say again. I say anybody who died on earth was escorted out. Was escorted out of the earth by the spirit that man or that woman have stayed with all her life, but doesn't have ability to see them. Very painful. Let me say again. I say very what? Very painful. Very painful. Can I tell you something? Any human being you see that was afflicted on earth was afflicted by spirit that kept the company with them. I said, any human being you see on earth that was afflicted, they say, hey, that woman has cancer, the other one had kidney failure, the other one had lung failure, the other one, this one brain failed. It's a lie. It's a lie. All those failure you're hearing, the spirit that afflicted them to fail, they were always with them.